Okay, hi Anton, let's take a look at these essays. Travel. Alright, so nowadays it is absolutely impossible to imagine a modern lifestyle without traveling. People are moving around the globe much more than 20 years ago. A lot see it as an advantage. However, there is a group of people denying the fact that traveling is beneficial to society. In my opinion, this activity is indeed positively affecting people's lives. This essay will discuss both views using examples from National Geographic magazine and Oxford University before arriving at a reasoned conclusion. Okay. This was kind of long for an introduction. You don't need to do all this. And the reason for that is it's really far more important to develop your body paragraphs and make sure that they are well developed rather than spending all this time and all these sentences on your introduction. Now, the other thing is it never really asks you for a reasoned conclusion. All right, you use this nice little set expression, which is lovely, but they never asked you for it. So they just asked you to discuss the advantages and disadvantages, and you don't have to, in the end, give your opinion here. I didn't really like these two sentences here. Let me show you. Okay, a lot see it as an advantage. It's just awkward and a little like low level. And I also didn't like there was a group of people. So let's switch that around a little bit. So you could have said, while many see it as an advantage, there are others who deny the fact that traveling is beneficial to society. Okay? Sounds better. You link the two sentences together. It's a little more fluent. It's a little higher level sounding. Okay, let's move on. On the one hand, it seems fair to say that a person, while traveling, you didn't need a comma here, is getting new experience. Mark Twain once said that traveling is the only way one can observe all the colors of the world. Moreover, those new emotions from this activity positively affect a person's mood. This can be backed by recent empirical research presented by National Geographic magazine. In the recent issue, it is said that 80% of respondents had felt much more relaxed, focused, and joyful after a recent trip than before. Thus, it is understandable why there are so many admirers of traveling. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. On the other hand, over the last 20 years, the cost of traveling has risen dramatically. Airplane tickets and hotel accommodation prices, plural, doubled compared to 1990. It looks like those changes harm traveling. This is awkward, okay? It's too conversational. So it should say instead, those changes clearly harm traveling as people are trying to spend less and less while on a trip. This hinders all positive. Okay, a lot of choppy little sentences, Anton. It's not fluid. It doesn't. It's just like short. Look at this. Short sentence. So try to combine some of these together using some more advanced grammar, using some nice linkers. Okay. A study by Oxford University shows that 30% of tourists nowadays are not happy with the overall experience they got due to higher costs. Therefore, economic reasons can be seen as a major threat to getting a positive travel experience. Okay? In conclusion, it is possible to state that traveling plays a major role in people's lives. It has brought many positive developments into our lives that by far outweigh the disadvantages. While there are economic reasons that are limiting the travel possibilities, the overall positive effect of travel cannot be overstated. Okay, that's nice, and you can see that I got through fairly quickly. There were just a couple places that were rather awkward or that were too informal and things like that. However, I have a bigger problem here. Do you remember what I said in the beginning? That you spent way too much time on your introduction? Look, it's 6 lines long, and so is your body paragraph. So that should be your first clue that you're spending too much time on your introduction and your body paragraphs are underdeveloped. And that's exactly what I saw. And let me tell you why. Because look what the question asked you again. It said advantages, plural, and disadvantages. So what did you say are the advantages? You said that they get a new experience. This new experience can create emotions which affect their mood. So are you essentially talking about one thing or multiple things? It could be argued that you're talking about one thing, that they're getting new experience. Okay? And then you kind of like branch off saying what these new experiences provide. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you didn't really present it in a way that there are multiple benefits. You just kind of made it like, from the new experience, you experience a new emotion, and this emotion affects your mood. So it's essentially one thing, unless you pose it differently, where you say, on the one hand, there are multiple benefits of traveling. One is that people gain new experience, and this new experience changes their frame of mind, their thought process, etc., etc. The second benefit is that it makes people happier, etc., etc. So do you understand what I'm saying? The way you did it makes it really seem like one benefit, which just has branches, okay? So you have to be careful. And because it says advantages, and that's going to mark down your score if an examiner were to look at it and say, you know what, just one advantage. Now here, what are you saying here? You're telling us that the disadvantage of travel is the price. So again, it really feels like you only, and here again in your conclusion, economic reasons. So it really felt like you were only talking about one, and it's absolutely important that when it says advantages, plural, disadvantages, plural, that you make it absolutely clear you are giving more than one, okay? So it felt underdeveloped. You needed to do more. You needed to kind of pay a little more attention to this, and also reduce some of that informal language, okay? Let's see, task 1, new company. You're talking to your friend. Okay. Dear Tom, how are you doing? I hope everything's great. I haven't heard from you in a while. There is something I want you to know. I have quit my job. You know, working as a bank accountant wasn't my thing. It was a dull, unsatisfying job. Moreover, there was no career development. That is why I have decided it's time for me to go in another direction. Would have been a better expression here, more natural. Okay. You remember, all right, now I want you to be careful here. We do talk like this, but since this is, it's an English test, you also need to show that you understand English grammar, okay? So here, rather than saying, you remember how we dreamed, blah, 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 you should say, do you remember? Okay, not because this is wrong, we actually do talk like this, but I want you to be a little more conservative for the exam to show that, you know what, I know that this is grammatically correct. So, do you remember how we dreamed of becoming stand-up comedians back in the day when we were kids? Well, it's time to fulfill childhood wishes. I'm working as an aspiring artist. I'm working as an aspiring artist right now. Not so thrilling as I thought. Get rid of the have. Not so thrilling as I thought it would be. Now, here again, you're using ellipsis, and that's great. I want you to be careful with this. So it should be, it is not so thrilling as I thought it would be. Nevertheless, it is much more joyful than what I was previously doing. I tell jokes in front of a crowd. Sometimes they even laugh. Sometimes you don't. Okay. That's cute. I like that. It's actually funny. So here, a short sentence like you just did here is actually very effective. So that was good. I have also met a new girlfriend. It seems she's serious about our relationship, so everything is going smoothly, L-Y. Not much to tell you about other stuff, though. All right, again, you're using this ellipsis, which is great, but I want you to be a little more careful, and just remember, again, that they're checking your grammar. So, because an examiner might say, maybe Anton doesn't know how to write a full sentence, okay? Does that make sense? I hope so. So, there is not much to tell you about other stuff, though. My parents are fine, as well as my sister. What's up with you? Any updates on your PhD studies? Looking forward to hearing from you ASAP. Okay. Again, ASAP, yes, I agree, but for IELTS, no. As soon as possible, or as soon as you can. Warm wishes. All right, that was great. I really liked it. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. What you did is absolutely appropriate, and if I were to get a letter like this, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I totally get it. It's accurate, it's natural, and so forth. But it is an English test, so you just have to be a little cautious of that and not get too sort of swept away in this writing to your friend situation. All right, remember that you're showing your grammatical skills, your grammatical accuracy, and so forth. So, Anton, do we have more essays with you? I have to check. I thought we did. So I want you to think about these things, write back in your email if you have any thoughts about it. And let's see another set of essays from you, okay? Good luck.